Hi everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Tag Tuesday, and I'm coming in a little late on this, and I do apologize. Just yesterday kind of took an all-day thing, and I wasn't able to get this video ready to go. But I knew what I wanted to do, so putting it together this morning and having for you for this afternoon wasn't going to be a problem. Now you might recognize this journal. This is the journal that I started with Jessica at Paper Terrace, and I'm down to just needing to fill in the pockets, but here's the deal. Because I did 20 samples of the book page pockets, and then I did all 20 of them again for you on camera, I have a gazillion pockets to fill, and I just haven't had time to sit and work on the tags. So, and some of them are really narrow tags, or pockets requiring narrow tags. So, what I did was I found a video and was inspired by Margreth at SevenPlaza, and I'm going to link her mini tag video down below. And what she did was she took mini bases and she collaged on them, created a focal point, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. So I'm going to show you the samples that I have, and then we're going to do one together. So I'm going to set this aside. I have used everything that I had in my Dollar Tree kit, except I added Crayola colors to color in the butterflies on my tags. Let me separate these. And I also added Stella to make my butterfly wings glisten. Okay, so it's the only thing that I added to this that was not part of the original journal. I'm going to have to go back and pounce those. Where's my pouncer? There it is. Because they're still a little sticky. I have, you know, I worked with glue, so I have glue everywhere. Little less powdery there, and a little less sticky. I'll just go back over it with my brush and take some of that powder off. Okay, so these were the tags that I made this morning, and I have parts of the bases done. So let's go ahead and let's make one of these together. Now, here's the thing. You can do this decorative top on a tag if you have a punch or you have a die and you can die cut your tags, or you can do something as simple as, and I took them down, laid them down, there they are. Use something as simple as just whacking your corners off. Just that simple. Now I am going to use my tag punch so that all of my tags will match, and I'm going to move all but one aside so we have one to look at. And I'm using this retired punch from Stampin' Up. It is a triple tag punch, and what it does is it cuts the top of your tag in 3 different scallop sizes. Now my tags are 4 inches long by 1.5 inches wide. Okay. And I'm going to find me a silicone mat laying here. I'll tell you, I have more trouble keeping track of silicone mats. Here's a full-size one. Here's my full-size one. Okay, so we're going to start with this. Now, she did do some stamping at the top. Now, hers were very field notes kind of thing, whereas I did, I just went with the butterflies and the florals. And let me hang these back up before I lose track of them. Like that. And let me move this offside because I don't want the ink on there. I need a piece of scrap paper. There we go. Need my scrap paper. Just like that. And my stamp scrubber. So now my stamps are all clean and pretty. And I used a flower, and I used this one. And then I can put that away. Just like that. Okay, so now we have our stamping done. Now she did hers on a craft or a brown that was really pretty if you wanted to do that. But my journal's all pastels and white, so I had to change things up a little bit. Okay, and I'm using this stamp set from Crafter Square, which is a Dollar Tree stamp set. So I have this one that I'm using. Okay, so we have that. Now we can bring this in. And I just realized I didn't punch out. Let me grab my paper really quick. Actually, I had the paper, but not the punches. So we can do that part later. Okay, so then I started with my scrap box from all the trims from the book pages, and I used a piece of the paper bag that was in my kit. And let's do a piece of the purple on this one. Okay. So I used my dyed papers, part of the paper bag, the dyed book pages, and I started with this piece. And I probably should have trimmed that one down. I don't know if I have my mini trimmer over here or not. I don't. Oh, wait a minute. I can use this one. Because I want to trim it up a little bit so that it's kind of straight. And, well, that's not the part I wanted. I wanted to get rid of the fold from that bag is what I'm after. Here we go. So we can get rid of that. Okay. That just really chopped that up. Probably do a better job with a pair of scissors. Okay, so I only need part of that, and I'm going to need part of that too. That guillotine trimmer got a lot of use when I did my book, did my bookmarks for my first book. Okay, so now we're going to come back in, and I like to use a regular glue. I'm not a fan of glue sticks unless I'm going to cover it up, so let's come in here with that. Glue that down. And we'll give that a minute to dry, and while we're doing that, then I came in with a piece of this, and let's see, it's a little wide. And then I did it on a diagonal, and let's do this so we've got the dots. Okay. And I want to come in and... Now I went ahead and I collaged these and I let them hang over the side of the paper. I'll make sure I got that in there. Okay. And then I came in and I filled in that patch with a piece of the book page. So I had a little bit of everything that was part of my kit and part of my other, like my pockets and stuff, were all represented on here. And see, it's already sticking to my fingers. It's just the way I work. It's already sticking to my fingers. Just like that. Okay. And that's all there was to that. Just pick some papers that coordinate with the project that you're working on and collage it onto your tag base. Then I'm going to flip this over, and I probably ought to use my titanium scissors since I've got glue hanging over here. And just come back and trim everything up. Okay, so now we have our tag base. It's all trimmed up and ready to go. Now we need our focal point. So what I did was I stamped a larger butterfly from that same kit onto white cardstock. And then I colored in just parts of it with the coordinating colors. And I think that's when we'll go ahead and we're going to do a purple one. Pink one? Let's do the pink one. Colored it in, and then I went back over the color with Winka Stella. And then I'm going to glue him down. Just like this. And I didn't do all of him. I wanted him to have some movement. Now, if you know anything about when you fussy cut out butterflies, what do you do with the antenna, right? I'm going to show you in just a minute. But first, one of the things that I absolutely love, or when I'm doing butterflies, is I love these flat back gems from Dollar Tree because I like the black ones. They are perfect for a butterfly body. You can go up here with the rounded end towards where the head would be. You can keep a hold of it, go down near the bottom, turn this around so the point's going that way, and then you have your butterfly body defined. It really is easier for me to talk some days than others, just so you know. And then I'll stash that back over there where they belong. Now, what I'd like to do for the antennae is I just come in with a fine perma pen. Get rid of that. And I just come in and draw them. They're really simple to do. Just like that. And of course they're going to show up better on some papers than others. And then we have these other ones here. And we'll go ahead and get those bodies done. So Bob comes home tomorrow, which means what I get done before then is going to be tight. I have promised him that he will have most of the living room when he comes home. The one part is still going to be in progress, and I hope to finish it the next time he's back out. Because after this trip, he only has 5 more trips, and he will be retired. So, and I don't want him to have to look at my mess all the time. Okay, so there's our butterflies. Now I've got this one here that I didn't finish because I put the tag on, and that one was really simple to do. Using my 1/4" hole punch, I went and I looked for white space because I wanted the colors to show out around. So I'm going to go right there, and then I come back in with my 1/2" hole punch, punch over top, and I just remembered I'm going to need 2 of those. So let's find another spot here. And there's my hole reinforcers for my tag. And as opposed to glue, I'm using my mini Xyron. Love this thing. So I am planning on having a Friday premiere. I had wanted it to be this journal done, but that's not going to happen either. Because like I said, he comes home tomorrow and I've got other things I need to take care of. So, not sure what it's going to be on Friday, but I hope you'll stop back in and find out. So then I just that over the back, flip it over, put one on the back. Now see, this one's got some ink and stuff on it. It might even be glue. It might even be glue. And I didn't bring my glue eraser over with me. So I'll have to go back and see if I can clean that one up. But there's our tags. And then I have multiple of these baker's twine that I got from Dollar Tree. And I want this to be fluffy pullouts, so I'm going to cut these at about, let's cut them at 12 inches. Okay. And then at 12, then I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to fold it in half again. And you could do this as many times as you wanted. And then just clip those off. Let's do, I guess I do. I don't have any blue. I have orange and I have yellow. We'll put yellow on the blue. So let's go to 12 here. And I have a measure, I have a ruler on this silicone mat that I just absolutely love. Fold that in half, fold it in half again, and then go to the double loop down here. Not the end with the tails, go to the double loop. like that. Okay, so that's all the pink one we're going to do. Let's do purple on the purple tag. You got 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and this is really not a purple, but it'll work if I can get it started here. I don't know why they tuck those in there. It's not like it's going to go anywhere if it's in the package, right? I really thought we were supposed to have rain all this week. And because the county fair's in town, you know, it seemed logical that we'd have rain because we most always do. But we got lucky this week. We had a quick shower yesterday. And it's hanging up in there somewhere, and I'm just going to keep pulling until I figure it out. I think it's right there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to trim that rough spot off and get rid of it to start with. And then I'm going to come down here on my 12. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut both of these. And then I'll be done with the purple. And it's not exact. I stretched it out to wherever the 12 mark was, but they're not perfect. Okay, 12 inches. Turn it into 6. Turn it into 3. Take your double loop. Now, if you have trouble pulling these through, a crochet hook works wonderfully. So there's that one. This one. I do know Bob and I are working in the pantry this trip home. We're going to add 2 more pantry shelves downstairs. We've got to put backs on 2 that we have down there because stuff keeps falling through the back on me. Where the difference between the rack and the baseboard. So we're going to work on that this time that he's home. And I think we're going to put in the foundation slab for our tank. Okay, I've got a blue one. I don't have a blue one, and I have orange. So let's do that one blue one, or one blue one. So I just about have all of my dies cataloged. I ran out of the baggies. They should be here today. And I ran out of magnet sheets, and I picked those up yesterday. That was one of the things I had to run to town for yesterday. They had to have those. So maybe Friday, that's what I can show you. I can show you the magnet cataloging, and that's done. That would be nice to have that project out of the way. Let's see if we can find, there's the tail for the orange, and we want 2 of these. Okay. And we will have, I think, 8 or 10 tags done for this journal. And I need to get back to working on my book. I'm a night writer, but by the time I get everything else done during the day, I'm wore out. So, but I think Bob's going to take some time. A friend of ours, one of his good friends here, had his shed and the roof of his house taken off in one of those tornadoes 2 weeks ago. And I think he's through the insurance part now, and he can go through and he can start putting his life back together. And I think that's what Bob's going to help him with this weekend. Okay, so there's our tags. And I have extra butterflies already made that I can use when I make more of these tags. So that's it for Tag Tuesday. I will see you back here on Friday with something. But remember, Friday's a premiere, so I will see you at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this channel. In the meantime, remember to like, to share, subscribe, and check out Margreth's link down in the description box below from SevenPlaza. Creative blessings.